Hey everybody, this is Andy with Patterson Adjuster Training. In this video, we're going to talk about what Xactimate line items you need for the type of repair that you're wanting to estimate. Now, one of the most common estimating situations for us as adjusters when we're talking about painting and drywall is putting new drywall up or fixing something on the drywall. So when you were talking about this wall, obviously we have new drywall here, and then we have this joint compound over it. You would want to seal or prime this first, and the reason why you want to seal it is because this joint compound and this fresh drywall is just going to soak up that primer. So what you need to do is do P&T S-. If you look in the descriptions, it recommends a PVA primer, which stands for polyvinyl acetate, which is what you want to use for fresh drywall and fresh joint compound. Now the next one you may want to use is if you have like a water stain on the ceiling, for example, then you would want to use P&T S to seal that spot. And what that is that's for a latex stain blocker. You wouldn't want to use a latex stain blocker on anything that has an oil component to it. Insurance companies look at repair cost and they look at your line items. And if they see you just have a water stain on the ceiling or just a light stain on the wall, and you're using the line item for an oil-based primer or an oil-based stain blocker, they may want you to correct that. There's probably not much difference in price, but they want you to write accurate estimates. And so on something like a light water stain that doesn't have any oil showing through, or you're not trying to cover up anything that's oily, then you're going to want to use P&T S, and that's a latex stain blocker, and it's best for just simple water stains on drywall. I wanted to jump into the video and let you know I'm trying something new. I'm doing one-on-one in-person training. So at this training house that I have, you can come in and we can spend 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, whatever you need, and I will spend that time fine-tuning your skills, giving you coaching, giving you feedback. You're going to have to write the estimate, you're going to have to scope, and then I can help you out with any weak points that you have. This is something new I'm starting. I was doing in-person classes, but I'm shifting to this because it seems like more people need individual help. And so if you need one-on-one coaching, then send me an email, because what's going to take place is I'm going to set up a call with you, figure out what your strong points are, figure out what your weak points are, and then determine how many days you need to be at this house so I can show you and fine-tune those skills for you. Now the first question you ask is, what's the cost? Well, that kind of depends on the training. So if you only need 1 day of training, then it's going to cost less. If you need 3 days of training, then it's going to cost more. If you have breathing problems, this training is not for you, because as you can see, we are in a restoration environment because this house is under construction, and I'm keeping it that way just because as an adjuster, sometimes when we're at a customer's house, we don't get to see behind the drywall, see what the framing looks like or the insulation looks like. We can't see the bones or the structure of the house. So this is a good opportunity for folks that need one-on-one coaching, and we can determine what your training needs are, and we can craft a training just for that purpose. There's a lot of times you go to training and it's 50% of the training you may not need, but you have to pay for the whole thing. Well, this is different because you're just paying for training that will actually help you. That's the time that you're paying for. So if you're interested in the one-on-one training, my email is on the screen. It's also in the description. Make sure you send me an email and we'll get you on the schedule. Again, the training house is in Hominy, Oklahoma. Hominy, Oklahoma is about 45 minutes from Tulsa. I do have lodging discounts available for students. So make sure you send me an email and we can set up a call and we can talk about all of that. Anyway, back to the video. Now the next one you may consider using is when you have oil stains and you need to cover those up. The previous owner in this house had limited mobility, so when they would come out of the room, they would grab the door face and walk down the hall to get to the bathroom. But this is really pretty heavy staining, and we know that it has an oil component to it, and so what you'd want to do here is P&T S+, and that is for covering up stains containing oil or petroleum chemicals, and it also works well for blocking smoke stains. It doesn't really work for encapsulating the odors. But that's the line item you'd want to use for something like this that you're trying to cover up that has an oil or petroleum base to it. If you use latex, it's going to bleed right through. Now the next one you may consider using is P&T S++. That would work really good if you're dealing with a kitchen fire, and that's a shellac-based primer that's going to encapsulate that odor, and it's also going to seal that soot and smoke and encapsulate it. It's an encapsulating primer, and this is one of the most expensive types of primer. Now the last one you may or may not see is a microbial encapsulating primer, which is P&T S+++. And you're probably not going to see that much, because basically what it's for is if you have some drywall or some material that you cannot remove, then you're going to want to use that. It's a microbe encapsulating primer. Again, we're probably not going to see that a lot as adjusters, because most of the time we can tear that material out. But in case you have a situation where you cannot tear some affected drywall out and you have to leave it in place, then you're going to want to use a microbe encapsulating primer, and that's what that's for. Anyway, if you like this video, hit subscribe or like, and I will see you in the next video.